Hi everyone, I'm Gayle, and thank you so much for joining me today for this slow flow morning yoga. It's nice when you get up to not have to just start rushing into everything, but just take your time, stretch things out, focus on your breath, clear your mind. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. Let's start by closing our eyes and focus on your breath. Imagine that your breath is the most important thing in the world, and that's the only thing you want to focus on. So you can get into the little details of the breath, the nuances, the movement, the stillness, the power, the softness. Relax your ribs so they can extend, draw the air in to create a vacuum. So the diaphragm presses down, the ribs expand outward, the breath comes in. And then release and let it go. Inhale. Then pause and hold your breath in. And exhale, slowly let the breath out through your nose. And pause and hold the breath out. Let's come onto our backs. So lie on your back and just let your whole body relax. Let your palms open up with your arms a little bit away from your side. See if you can feel the back of the shoulder on the floor rather than tensing up and lifting off the floor. Just ever so gently and slowly begin to turn your head from side to side. And just go as far as you can comfortably from one side to the other side. And notice if it's easier to turn your head more fully to the right or to the left. Notice if as you continue moving from side to side, if you just end up moving a little further. Good. Now come back to center. Bring your feet fairly close to your hips and about hip distance apart. Lift and spread all your toes. Keep the spread as you lower down. Let's do a slight posterior tilt of your pelvis so your low back is flat on the floor. Your palms can be facing up or down. But first we're just going to lift the hips off the floor just a little bit and then lower them back down. And we're going to go a little bit higher each time. So press down, lift your hips a little bit higher, and start to roll down from the top towards the bottom of your spine, from the top of what's lifted. And press down again, lift a little higher, and start to lower down vertebrae by vertebrae, keeping the hips lifted until the very last moment. Again, press down, lift a little higher. And when you lower down, notice if one side tends to lower down faster than the other. And see if you can make them even. So again, press down, lift up a little bit higher. And slowly from the upper back, down through the middle back, and into the lower back, lower down. Last one, press down, lift up, and slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, lower down, being in no hurry, so you can really pay attention and notice how your body lands. Okay, this time we're going to reach up into bridge pose, but reach your arms up. Press down, lift your hips a little bit higher, and stretch your hands as far away from your ears as you can. And keep your hands where they are and slowly begin to lower down. So you feel this nice, big, juicy stretch as you lower down vertebrae by vertebrae, trying to lower the right side evenly with the left side. And if they don't want to lower down together, then that might indicate that you have a tendency to twist to one side. So again, press down, lift up. And this time we're going to lower the arms as we start to lower the hips. Let's see if we can lower the hips and the hands at the same time. Nice. Now pull your knees into your chest and draw your knees in tight enough that your hips lift off the ground a little bit. Then again, think of stretching your tailbone down. And bring your hands to the front of your knees and push your knees into your hands and push your hands into your knees. So you feel your back flatten even a little bit more. Keep the shoulders down. And you feel your core muscles fire up a little bit. And keep that flat back. Lift your shoulders off the floor so you're reaching towards your toes. And if you need to keep your shoulders down, that's okay. But then slowly on an inhale, stretch your right leg out. And on an exhale, pull it in. Nice and tight. And on your next inhale, stretch your left leg out. And on an exhale, pull it in slowly. Again, inhale, stretch your right leg out. Reach out through your toes. And exhale, slowly pull your knee back in. Inhale, stretch your left leg out. Exhale, slowly pull it back in. Last time each side. So inhale, stretch your right leg out, stretch it really long. Exhale, pull it back in. Inhale, stretch your left leg out. Exhale, pull it back in. And rest down. Good job. Circle your knees around your hips, giving yourself a little gentle massage, and reverse the direction of your circles. Then hold the back of your thighs, and we'll use a little momentum to rock back and forth on our back. So start to rock up and tuck your chin, lower back, come up, and see if you can find a little pause at the end. We'll do that a couple more times. So if you want, you could release your arms and straighten your legs. Roll back and up. Last one. Roll up, and maybe we'll hold it here for 3, 2, 1. And lower down in your back one more time. Open your arms out to the side. Bring your knees into a 90-degree position. Take an inhale, and on your exhale, twist over to your right. Lowering your knees off to the side. Seeing if you can keep both shoulders down and let yourself relax. Just a couple breaths here. And pull your left hip back down. Rise back to center and twist over to your left. And let everything relax. And bring your right hip back down. Come back to center. Cross your right knee over your left knee. Pull your knees in toward your chest, and then hold wherever you can reach on your legs, either your feet or your ankles or your calves. You can keep your feet up high, or you can lower them down by your hips. We're just going to rest here for a few breaths, gently stretching out the hips a little bit, relaxing the shoulders. So now our legs are crossed, and we're going to uncross our legs by picking up the right foot, placing your foot underneath your right arm, and then opening your feet apart from each other. So now we're in a happy baby with our knees apart, our arms crossed. Just do a little bit of rocking from side to side. Then release your hands. Cross your left knee above your right knee. Again, hold whatever you can reach here, your feet or your ankles or your calves. Your feet can be lifted or lowered. You could even move them back and forth. It's up to you. We'll just hold this for a few more breaths. And we're going to uncross by lifting our left leg off the right, bringing the left foot underneath so that our arms are crossed. We're in a happy baby with the arms crossed. Gently rock from side to side. And release your hands, uncross your arms and come into happy baby with your right hand holding your right foot, your left hand holding your left foot. Gentle rocking from side to side. Release your feet, bring them as wide as the mat. Open your arms out to the side and just gently stretch both knees over to the right. Think of reaching your left knee forward and at the same time kind of drawing your belly inward so this left hip pulls away from your knee. Notice if you feel a little gentle quad stretch. And bring your legs back over and twist to the left, stretching out through the right knee. Bring both knees back up, and we're going to rock up into tabletop. And walk your knees back, stretch your hips back into a child's pose. Walk your fingers forward a little bit to get an extra little stretch through your shoulders. On your inhale, round forward. See if you can bring your shoulders past your wrists. And on your exhale, lift your hips up and glide back to down dog. Inhale, round forward. Exhale, glide back to child's pose. Inhale, forward. Exhale, child's pose. One more time. Inhale, round forward. Exhale, back. This time, tuck your toes as you send your hips back. Lift your knees up, coming into downward facing dog. Begin to bend one knee at a time, stretching out through the opposite heel. It really helps to grip the mat with your hands and push your hands down and forward to drive your hips back, trying to get weight out of your hands. Try not to slump down, but keep an inner lift. And come up onto your tiptoes. And then reach your heels back. And lift the heels up and reach them back. Doesn't matter if they touch the ground. Doesn't matter if your legs are straight. You want a nice long line of energy from your fingertips up into your hips. Next time, staying up on your tiptoes, walk your feet forward to your hands. Lower your heels down and sink your weight back into your heels. Lift the front of your feet up. Lower your front of your feet back down, lift the heels up. Lower your heels down, rise all the way up. Interlace your fingers, reach your palms up toward the sky. Then stretch over to your right. And come back to center, stretch over to your left. Come back to center on your exhale, forward fold. Step back into plank. Keep your whole body engaged as you lower down, like floating down slowly. And when your hips touch, point your toes, press the top of your feet into the floor and curl up into your cobra. Take a breath here, filling up your chest, spreading your shoulders apart like wings. And then maybe see if you can bring like your pubic bone a little closer to the floor. And see if you can arc into your upper back by your shoulders. Good, lower down, tuck your toes. Press up and back to down dog. On your next inhale, sweep your right leg up. And on your exhale, step it all the way forward. Lower your back knee to the ground. Inhale, rise up. Low lunge and twist to your right. Reach back through your hands, maybe find your heel, and sweep the back arm forward. Lower your hands to the inside of your foot and open your knee out to the side. Just kind of wing it open and then pull it back to your shoulder. And step back into down dog. On your next inhale, sweep your left leg up. Step it all the way forward. Nice and slow. Lower your back knee down, rise up. And twist to your left, stretching out between your arms, and then maybe reach back, find your heel. Sweep the back arm forward and up. Bring your hands down to the inside of your front foot. Just open your knee out to the side and then pull it in gently to your shoulder, back and forth. And step back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, sweep your right leg up. On your exhale, extend it forward. Step it forward. Rotate the back heel down. And come on up, warrior two. Keep reaching back, reverse your warrior. And windmill the arms. Step back into down dog. On your next inhale, sweep your left leg up. Exhale, bring it all the way forward. Rotate the back heel down. Inhale up, warrior two. Reach back, reverse your warrior. And windmill your arms. Step back to downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the floor. Sit back on your heels. One last thing we'll do is bring your right hand by your right foot and lift your hips up as you reach your arm over your head, kind of arcing it off on a diagonal. And then lower your left hand down, bring your hand by your left foot and reach up. Lower down. All right. Just wanted to guide you through a very short, slow, good morning flow. I hope you feel ready for the day. And please leave me a comment. Let me know how you feel. And see you again soon on the mat.